Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. This is the next part of my review series featuring Reverie. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this dark fantasy steampunk tabletop role-playing game, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about affinities, as well as languages. One of the final details involved in creating a character is selecting their affinities. Arguably one of the most important things for a player to decide is what affinities to give their character, as doing so determines the long-term path they intend to take their character down. There are 5 possible affinities a character can have, with each one being associated with a different stat. Each affinity applies a permanent bonus to its associated stat. In addition to improving a character's stat modifiers, affinities also allow access to a variety of abilities known as esoteric abilities. Let me give you some examples. We have the primal affinity. It increases the character's strength stat by 1 and increases the regular limit of that stat by 1. It also increases the character's primal DC by an amount equal to half their echelon rounded up. And it grants the character access to esoteric abilities that require an affinity in strength. You also have Eldritch Affinity. Increases the character's arcane stat by 1, and increases the regular limit of that stat by 1. Increases the character's Eldritch DC by an amount equal to half their echelon, rounded up. It grants the character access to esoteric abilities that require an affinity in arcane. These are just a couple of examples. Now, when it comes to languages, across the many spheres, there are various languages spoken by the people and groups that occupy different regions. You have languages such as Common, also referred to as Eldarian, as it is the primary language there, and it's also where the language originated from. Common is considered the lingua franca in most parts of the world. You also have the Kailmaran, which is a soft, graceful language that puts more emphasis on pronunciation than it does on emotional inflection or body language. You also have Arboran, called by many a war language. Arboran is spoken by the mercenary and crafting guilds of Arbora. It contains little slang and is direct and to the point. You also have the Olmarian, considered by its native speakers to be the language of refinement. Olmarian has 2 distinct dialects, though any individual who speaks one learns the other simply by consequence. And these are just a few examples. You also have ancient languages and exotic languages, such as Draconic or Nephilic. This concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about leveling and vision points. So, as you can see, the languages add to the richness of this setting. But in the case of the affinities, they have important mechanical effects. Of course, there is theme to them, but you definitely want to consider them in order to know how you're going to approach each challenge. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. You can also check out the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, roleplay solves everything. Once again, thank you and see you later.